Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, we will be discussing @request mapping annotation. This is the fourth video in the Spring Boot annotation series. I hope you are following the series on our channel. So, in this particular series, we will be covering all the annotations starting from basic to advanced level. So, make sure that you are present on this channel. So, for that thing, do hit that subscribe button so that you get to know all the notifications of the video that we will be posting in future, whether it is regarding this series or whether it is regarding different job updates that we continuously post on our channel. Okay, so guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit that like and subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so guys, the annotation is request mapping. This annotation is used for creating APIs in Spring Boot. It is used to map HTTP web requests to individual controller methods. In last video only we discussed what is a controller. So controller is the first class where all the HTTP requests come and they are getting handled. So using request mapping annotation only, we define that which type of web request gets handled with which type of controller methods. Okay, so this is where the place we are using request mapping annotation. Now different HTTP requests can be handled like get, post, put and delete. All these types of request gets handled in the controller class with the help of request mapping annotation. Okay, so I hope the basic idea of request mapping annotation is clear to you. Now let's just quickly move towards the editor so that I can show you the hands-on for this particular annotation. Okay, so guys, first of all, let's just make a new file in the controller package that we will give the name as request controller. Any name you can give, just I am giving any sample name. Request controller we will give, and as we have seen in the last video, if it is a controller, by which annotation we will mark it, it will be marked as controller annotation only. Okay, now let's just define two methods here. Okay, let's just define two methods here. First one is public void, or let's just say string. Okay, method name is hello. Okay, and in this particular method, what we'll do, we will return I am in hello method. Okay, so this is the method which is returning string, and what it is returning I am in hello method. Now let's just map this particular method to the web request. So for that particular thing, what we'll do, we will use @request mapping annotation. Okay, so it means that in this request mapping annotation, what we'll give, we will first of all give the URI path, that when that URI will get hit, so this method will be fired. So let's just give that URI path first. So let's just say we will fire hash slash hello path will be fired. Okay, so once this endpoint is hit through our postman, then automatically this particular method will be getting invoked. Okay, and what will be the request type? See, we know that HTTP request type can be of get, post, delete, or update also. So let's just see, method is equivalent to okay, let's just see what are, okay, get request. Okay, let's just suppose it is a get request only. So when slash hello will be fired through postman, that means this URI will be hit. So this particular method will be automatically triggered and it will return this thing. Now let's just make one more method, that will be public string dummy. Okay, now what this method will return, it will return I am in dummy method. Okay, I am in dummy method. Okay, now let's just map this method also to a particular URI. So @request mapping, we will be using this annotation to map this method to a particular URI. Value will be that once dummy is fired, that is this particular URI is fired, then this particular method will be invoked. Okay, and again the method is equivalent to request type can also be request method can be get only. Let's just suppose it is get only. Okay, so now we have a controller class and we have mapped each of these controller methods to a web request, that is slash hello will be fired, so this method will be invoked, slash dummy will be fired, so this method will be invoked, and request type in both these things are get. Okay, now let's just quickly run our application. Okay, and then using postman, what we'll do, we will be hitting these endpoints. Okay, we will be hitting these endpoints slash hello and slash dummy, and we will then see. Okay, sorry, let me just first clear the main method because there was some code in main method that is printing some of these things. Let me just remove it. Let me just restart it. Okay, now using postman, will be firing different endpoints. Okay, so you can see the application has started and it is running on port 8090. It is on localhost. So the entire URL will become this is http:/localhost:8090 because on 8090 port my application is running. Now once we'll fire this slash hello endpoint and the request type is method is get. So let's just see what it will return. So we are printing send. Okay. So it is giving not found. Let me just see why it is giving not found. Okay, so I figured out a way why we are getting 404 error and not a desired answer. So currently what we are doing, we are hitting the endpoint through Postman and it is firing this particular method, and what it is returning, this particular is returning a string. And what is a string? String is a Java object. Okay, and so once we are returning the Java object, it is getting returned to the Postman. Now Postman does not know what a Java object is. Postman knows only like JSON format, XML format, all these formats it know. So when we are returning anything from the method that is mapped by request mapping, we cannot directly send the Java object. We need to first convert it to the JSON format and then we can send it. Okay. So for that particular annotation only, for that particular reason only, we have a special annotation that is known as response body. So what does this response body do? It simply converts a Java object into the JSON format. It serializes the Java object into the JSON object, and then a JSON object is returned to the Postman. Okay. Similarly, now we will do it with here also, and for the next thing also, for next method also we will do the same method, same thing. We will be adding response body. It will be converting this Java object while returning from Java object to JSON and returning it to the Postman. Now let's just run it. Okay, sorry, there is illegal character. Now let's just run it. Okay, so now let's just call simply hello. So you can see here we are getting I am in a hello method inside this body. Now if we will call dummy, we will be getting I am in the dummy method. Okay, so now you know that using request mapping we can map different controller methods to different endpoints. Okay, now one thing here is that, see, these endpoints are very basic, like slash hello, slash dummy. So in real life enterprise applications, these endpoints are very big. Let's suppose we have like this. So API slash API slash hello, and for dummy also we have slash API slash API slash dummy. Now you can see here this API, that is this particular endpoint, is common for all the methods that are present in this request controller. Currently there are 2, but at enterprise level there can be hundreds of methods, hundreds of mapping. Okay, so you can see here that this particular endpoint is common. Okay, it is a prefix and it is common for all the controller methods. So for encountering this thing, what we can do, we can give @request mapping annotation at the class level also, and inside that request mapping we can give the common prefix for all the endpoints. Here what is the common prefix? It is slash API. And once this REST controller will be called, and then again once this request mapping has been done at the class level, that is we have defined the prefix here, we can again at the method level we can again give the unique endpoints. So now when we will be calling this hello endpoint, the entire endpoint will be first this prefix will be added and then this endpoint will be added. So let's just now rerun it, our application, and let's see what's the difference here. Okay, so it has been rerun. So now we cannot call this dummy. If we will call this dummy, it will give us 404 not found. What we'll do, we will append the prefix here and then we will add dummy here. You can see it has called successfully, and for hello also it will do it like same, that we have to append API because it has been given at the class level now. So I hope this request mapping use of request mapping annotation is clear to you. It is used for what we can say, mapping the methods with the endpoints. Okay, and response body, what it does, it just simply converts Java object into the JSON object. Okay, so currently we have seen the get request. Now similarly there is get request also, there is post request, put request and delete request are also there. Okay, let's just not go in there as of now. It's just the video is just for the request mapping understanding. And one thing we cannot do is that we cannot have two methods having the same URI and same request method. Okay, if we will do like this, then it is wrong, because once this API slash hello will be fired, our controller will become confused at which of these functions which of this function we need to trigger, because the path value is also same and the request method is also same. But what we can do is that we can keep the endpoint same, but we have to change the request method. So this thing is perfectly fine. Now we know that when there will be get request at this URI endpoint, we will trigger this method. But if we will have a post request at this endpoint, then we will trigger this particular method. So I hope entire thing is clear to you. The role of request mapping is clear to you. So guys, this was it for this video. If you're liking this series, do hit that subscribe button for more such videos. Thank you for watching this video.